Hey, it's been a while. How are you? RonkePosh here. And we've been talking about the Japa series, and people are like, you do videos again and blah blah blah. But I've had like my own struggles. I really have had my own struggles. And a very, very easy way for you to know that I'm not all right is when I'm not writing, when I'm not doing videos. Because I love to do those things. And when I'm not doing any of those, there's a challenge. Anyway, let's get straight to the point. Japa, you want to go. And this video actually is for women and the men that love them. Women and men that love them, especially those that want to japa. So a lot of people want to japa, and a lot of men are sending their wives abroad to Canada, to UK, to the States, and wherever it is they can find. But those are the three most popular places that people are sending their spouses to. And they will say, oh, it's for the kids. And even when it's the woman that is the one that wants to go, she'll say, oh, I'm doing it for the kids. I'm doing it for the kids. Everybody is doing it for the kids. Bravo. It is awesome. Do it for the kids. Whatever it is that you do for the kids, always remember that these kids will grow up. And it's like that. I have a 17-year-old, and it feels like only yesterday that I had her. 17 years has gone like that. So if you keep making decisions just for the kids, remember that they grow up very, very fast. Some people have 10-year-olds, 12-year-old children, and they're saying they're going for the kids. Okay, when you have a spouse that is in Nigeria, for example, that your spouse is in Nigeria, husband is in Nigeria, and then you go abroad with the kids for the kids, and the kids start going to school, and a lot of people will say, oh, when the children are adults, when they're 18, that's when they're adults. Your children are not, they're not adults when they're 18, or they're not even given, let me put it this way, when they are 16 is when they start treating them like adults in this country, in the UK. Actually, I'm not even in the UK now, I'm in Greece. But yeah, get what I mean. When they're in the UK, that's when they start treating them as adults. And 16, they can use contraceptives. They can be, even before that, they're doing so many things, and they're already programming them in schools through the curriculum to accept many things that are contrary to many of our beliefs and many of our values as Christians, as Africans. So when you send your children abroad, be sure that you have family values that your children abide by, that you can teach them, and you can also learn disciplinary measures for your children, because you can't go there and start beating them and assuming that you're going to get away with it. Oh, that reminds me of my book, 101 Tips to Curb the Beating and the Shouting. Get a copy of that book. Just get in touch with me, and you should be able to order that book. And it's also on Amazon, Amazon UK, Amazon US. You have to connect with your kids. Now, the main message where I'm getting at is that very soon, these children are going to fly. They're going to get their wings and they're going to fly away. And it's just going to be you, especially women. It's going to be you. Your husband, many times, especially for those that didn't travel with their spouses, will be in Nigeria building a life for himself, sending you whatever he can for you to manage on it. Many women have traveled on a student visa. They can only work 20 hours. I'm giving the example of the UK because that's where I really know. And they work as students. And even as students, when you have 2, 3 children, how do you really work? Because you have to look after them. Some of them are working nights and doing all sorts of things. In fact, now the country is even tired. As at 2022, they're tired of people coming in. They like the money that the students are bringing in, but they want them to do more high-powered jobs. Story for another day. Now, your husband has built a career for himself. Your children are now traveling the world. They're exposed, They have the Western education that you desire for them. And they are now going to Germany, to Russia, to Greece, to China. They're doing all sorts of things, and they're enjoying their lives. You, madam, what's your plan? Yes, you, I'm waiting. Just tell me. Write it in the comment section. What's your plan? Because you have a wonderful marriage. You have wonderful children, but now they have japa from you. You've left your business or your career in Nigeria. You've struggled for the children. That is why a lot of women are very resentful. After all I did for you, after all I did, after all I sacrificed. Your children did not ask you to sacrifice anything. If you like, lie to yourself and say motherhood is a ministry. It's not in the Bible, except if you go and find find it and show me where it is in the Bible. Because there are 5 ministries in the Bible, and motherhood is not part of them. I don't discount motherhood. I'm a brilliant mom, one of the best moms, if not the best mom ever. Fantastic mom. I love motherhood. I love the relationships I have with children. I think it's an opportunity for you to build a life, to mold a life, to shape a life according to God's will. It's a huge, huge mandate. But I will not refer to it as a ministry, because your children will grow up and they will go. Your true ministry is what remains. I've had people tell me, oh, even your career will go. I'm not talking about career. I'm talking about you. The impact and the purpose that God has assigned you to do will always remain. It's your legacy. It is lasting. It will never ever go away. So I need you to understand that. Whatever is legacy, whatever is purpose, what God has sent you to do. And you can say, oh, God sent me to be a mother. Continue to believe that. It's okay. Your beliefs are valid. This is for those that believe that there is more to life than motherhood. Like I said, I'm not discounting motherhood. It's a true blessing, and I am blessed to be one. But I believe that, like the Proverbs 31 woman, there are things that God wants you to do. There are things, you have assignments that God has given to you, and He will ask you that the talents I have given you, what have you done with them? How have you multiplied? Be fruitful and multiply is not only when it comes to reproduction. Be fruitful and multiply in the souls that you're winning. Be fruitful and multiply in your job, in your actual ministry that God has sent you. Whether it's teaching, whether it's being an apostle, whether it's being a missionary, whether it's being a writer, author, whatever it is, whatever it is that God wants you to do. That purpose, you will know your assignment. And if you don't, seek first the kingdom. Let God reveal to you what it is that He wants you to do. Because if you keep hiding under that shadow of, oh, I'm Japa for the children, I'm Japa for the children, and you don't find purpose, it will come to a place of resentment. Many mothers older than us, and generations above us, a lot of them are resentful. They give up a lot for their children. And they expect a lot in return. And many of those children cannot meet those needs. They can't fulfill those needs. So they grow up or even die with resentment. They feel their husbands have moved on with their careers. They've done all sorts. But they are here. Doing what? Doing what exactly? So what this message really, I know it has attracted you because it has the Japa thing there. Relocation and all sorts of things. And people want to hear about that. But I want to share with you that even as you relocate, think strategically, think purposefully, think and lay your plans to God. Let it align with the will of God. Let God be the one to tell you exactly what you should do, even as you relocate. You must not miss out on the assignment that God has given you. Speak with your spouse. Have conversations. Journal it down. Write the vision and make it plain. Agree. So that you don't lose out. I know people that they've closed businesses down in Nigeria, sold everything and moved here, and they're doing things they don't want to do. Cleaning jobs, this and that and the other. Some are sitting at home. Yeah, some people have gone on to get high-powered jobs and doing stuff here. But there are people that are also doing high-powered jobs like I was just over 10 years ago when I lived in the UK. I had a very, very fulfilling job, very, very well-paid job and career in the banking industry. But it wasn't my calling. I could do it. I was brilliant. I can say that myself. I was brilliant. However, it wasn't my long-term plan. That's not what God wanted me to do long-term. So make sure that you are in alignment with what God wants you to do so that you do not die or age with regret. I pray that the Lord will lead you, and I thank you for watching my video. Thank you. Bye.